Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're a returning watcher. I'm George, I'm the Good Lad Gamer, and today technically, we're pulling Void Shards for Ishiyama the Immovable. He's got the Champion Chase tournament on now for the fragments needed for him, but I'm actually just doing Void Shards because I want to do Void Shards. I've actually got 95 fragments out of 100. I only need to get one lot of shards from this Champion Chase tournament. I'll pull it up in a minute and show you guys, but there's 15 available. I only need 5, but I'm going to pull all my Void Shards because it's fun and I want to share that experience with you guys. I've got about, I think I've got about 30 on the Galek account and about 40 on the Kale account. I don't have many Void Shards, but I am going to pull them all and hopefully we can get a nice Void Legendary out of it. And you guys can join me in that and join my celebration. Maybe it'll be a Krisk. That'd be pretty cool. I've been waiting for that Krisk for a long old while. So that would be really nice if we could pull him. And just before I get into pulling the shards, guys, if you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Subscribing makes a huge amount of difference to me. I've currently got about 290 subscribers, and the big milestone, the big number that I'm looking for is 300 subscribers. I know that with 300 subscribers, I'm making content that people actually enjoy and want to see more of. So if you enjoy the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into pulling these voids. So we're on the Galek account, and as you can see, the Champion Chase has 15 fragments available. We need 3,000 points to get all 15. We need 1,300 to get just the 5. I have, dependent on what I get out of the Void Shards, I do have some backup old fragment summons that I can summon. I've got about 4 on each account, which is enough for 2,000 points at Champion Chase, but I'm not going to use them if I don't have to, because they can just be used if I ever run out of shards on a Champion Chase and I need to make up those points. Because I only need 5 points on each of the accounts, 5 fragment shards on each of the accounts, I'm not going to pull them. If I don't get up to the 15 because I don't get any legendaries, then so be it. As long as I get the 5 fragments, I'm not too bothered. But I'm going to get into it. We're going to pull these voids and hopefully we can get a nice legendary out of it. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't have many. 32 on this account is... For Void Shards, that is not a lot of not a lot of shards to go by. We do have a 10 times on this person. Niam, Spear of Nyresa. Those who know that I can't pronounce things, so I apologise if I've absolutely butchered that. We do have a 10 times on this champion. I've never got a 10 times, so I'm not going to hold my breath, but maybe today's the day. Who knows? Let's get into pulling this first 10 pull. It is going to be a quick video because I don't have many shards. Unless I pull 5 legendaries on each of my accounts, it's going to be a very quick video, but let's go. First 10 pull. Fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We got a Tolf, the Maimed, and an Azure. Azure. Anyway, no one of interest on that one. 2 epics that aren't very good. So we're going to move straight on into the next 10 pull. And hopefully we can get this legendary. Not all rares. Not all rares games. Not all rares game. Come on. A Reliquary Tender, great champion. We got at least 1 epic, and there's the legend. I got the 10 times. I wasn't expecting that. This is pretty weird. Foreboding earlier on in the video. Let me look at this person's kit. And then I'll go through it with you guys. It doesn't look too complex, but I'll make myself familiar with Nami. I'll make myself familiar with her kit, and I'll go through it with you guys. Okay, I'm not going to try and pronounce her name again. We're just going to call her the Spear. Let's call her the Spear. I like that. I'm into that. So, on the Spear's A1, attacks 1 enemy, places a 50% decrease attack debuff and a 30% decrease crit rate debuff on the target for 2 turns. Has a 50% chance that these debuffs cannot be resisted or blocked. Random. But sure thing. Honor A2 attacks one enemy. If the target has 50% HP or less, this attack is always critical and will ignore 50% of the target's defense. Places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to the difference between the target's current HP and the target's max HP. If target is a boss, the value of the shield is proportional to the champion's defense instead. If the target is killed, also reduces the cooldowns of all ally skills by 2 turns. Okay. Heals all allies. The value of the heal is proportional to this champion's defense, which is pretty cool. Also places a block debuffs buff and a 50% ally protection on all allies for 2 turns. Then Honor passive places a block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn at the start of the round. Each time this champion's HP drops below 50%. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate, and she has all ally defense in all battles by 35%. I guess just like a helper, just a nice helper champion. I wouldn't say anything that interesting there. Maybe good for wave clearing, maybe good for like a Doom Tower, or Curse City or something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say anything to write home about, but it's a Void Legendary. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Maybe someone's done a spotlight of her already and she's actually an incredible champion that I'm completely not realising. But there she is, the Spear. We're just going to call her the Spear, guys. And I guess we're just going to move on to the last temple of this account. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other account. And hopefully we can get another legendary, another Void Legendary at that. So come on, game. Come on, game. Let's go. Not all rares, please. Not all rares. Not all rares. Not... well... Hearken, Great Blade. Not all rares, I thought I said. And then we got the 2 individuals. I'll pull them just because, and then we'll go see how many points I've earned. And hopefully we've got enough that I don't have to pull my backup old fragments. Just because they're useful to have around. They're useful for champion chase tournaments. So I do like to keep them around. I try not to use them where possible. So that's all my voids on this account. We'll go into the champion chase. And I got all 15 points. So, cool. Fair enough. I don't mind that. The Spear, no one else to write home about. And what I'll do, guys, I'll go onto my other account and we'll do exactly the same over there. And here we are on the Kale account. We've got 44 Void Shards. And I like to keep my accounts balanced, as all things should be. So I'd like to see a Void Legendary on this account, please. I don't think that's too much to ask for. A Kempton. Great champion, actually. Really good for Hard Spider. If you don't know how to use him or how he works for Hard Spider, look him up because he can be really useful. And we got an Ayla. Life Braid. Moving on though, not the Void Legendary that I want and need. I need a Void Legendary in my life, please, game. That would be really nice. Another Azure. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Cool. Pretty cool. Moving on. I'm not even going to talk about them. Not worth my time. The game is cursed, I reckon. It hates me. Well, hey! Corn. Corn Branch Breaker. What a guy. Spikes in his head and everything. Cool looking champion. Is Corn, was he a past fragment summons? I'm going to go and have a look. I went too far. Yeah, Corn is waiting in the wings. He was one of my backup champions, so that's cool. What I'll do, guys, I'll go through Corn's kit as I do with all the legendaries, and I'll go through it with you guys and just make sure we all know if he's any good. So I guess technically this is the first Corn on my account. But with my old fragment summons, I do have 2. So pretty cool that I got a unique champion, but he will very soon be a dupe. Weird feeling. Didn't think that would come around. Welcome to the team, Corn number 1. And I'll be welcoming Corn number 2 very shortly, I can expect. So on Corn's A1, he attacks 1 enemy. Before attacking, removes 1 random buff from this target. This effect cannot be resisted if the champion is under a shield buff. Places a block revive buff if this attack kills an enemy. Increases the value of any shield buff on this champion by 30% of the damage dealt. Cannot increase more than 10,000. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. On his A2, attacks all enemies, ignores a percentage of each target's defense equal to 50% of the difference between this champion's max HP and any shields on them. I guess that A1 could be quite good then, if he does damage, if he can build his shield. Also destroys each enemy's max HP by 20% of the damage inflicted, stacks up to 50%. This effect will ignore any shield buffs. Not convinced by this guy. On his A3, places a shield buff proportional to this champion's defense and a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also places a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. And then on his passive, removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of their turn. At the start of every 4th turn, this champion removes all debuffs from them and places a 60% increased defense buff on them for 2 turns. Increases this champion's defense by 3% for each debuff removed by this skill. Stacks up to 30%. And then he's got an all-ally defense by 33% in all battles. So that's Corn. I don't know about you, mate. I'm not 100%. I'm not sure. Maybe just a solid defense damage dealer, I guess. With good survivability, but I'm not that impressed with Corn. Let's see if we can get another Void Legendary, guys, and hopefully I can be a bit more impressed. The last 10 pull, and then we've got 4 individuals. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, game. Sweet, and all rare. That's what I like to see and love to see it. Then we're going to do the 4 individuals, and they're going to be 4 Void Legendaries back to back. You know it, guys. You know it. There's that first one. And another one. Yeah, excellent. Perfect. It's an epic. Scathix. And moving on. Scathix might be good. Scathix is alright. And to end it all, we've got a very sexy rare. Looking hunky, Mr. Ox. Very impressive physique. And we'll go into the champion chase and we'll go and get those points. And we got the legendary book out of it, so I'll take that as a win. I'll take this generally as a win. I didn't have many void shards, but I had just enough to get Ishiyama, and he's a cool looking champion, so I'm pretty happy with that. And that is it from me today, guys. I think this was probably quite a short video. I didn't have very many void shards. If I had more, I would have loved to have pulled all of them with you guys, but I pulled all that I had, and hopefully you got some entertainment out of it. We did get 2 legendaries, 2 void legendaries out of this video, and that's always pretty nice to have. I'm not sure on either of them. I'm not sure if they'll ever be built out or used on my accounts, but 2 Void Legendaries, you can't go wrong with Void Legendaries. And if you guys got any good champions or any game-changing champions for your accounts, please do let me know in the comments. Maybe I could give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of a tip on where I would use them and what I would use them for in the game. And as always, guys, if you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.